Right, so today I thought I would take you for a little drive around Black River and Tamarin. It has been requested before, so that's exactly what I'm going to do for you. So if you're looking to move to Mauritius, there are two main areas where expats or foreigners generally tend to live, and that's in the north or in the west, southwest area. So today I'm showing you the west, which is Tamarin and Black River. We're starting off on the Black River Gorges National Park Road, which is a great place to come and hike, by the way. And it's beginner friendly, can get your heart rate going if you want something a bit more hectic. There's also some quite nice climbs in there. So as one goes through Black River, notable areas would be Urban, which is a great place to play paddle. And then you have Frenchie's, which is a nice restaurant. There's also Emma's studio, where she runs weight training and Pio. And then if you love yoga, you're going to absolutely want to come and try out Valentina's fantastic classes here. There's also the Garmin shop, which sells lots of nice goodies, both sporting wise and for boats and for fishing. It's pretty cool, you should check that out. This Trois Bras store has helped me out on many an occasion when I've run out of gas. Then we've got Leheilleix, so if you want to do a catamaran trip and you're using JPH, for example, this is where you would board for your day trip. There's also an Italian restaurant there and a few little shops as well in there too. It's also an expat area in terms of housing. There's quite a few foreigners who live in Leheilleix. And then on my right, I've got the church. It's the local church in this area. And if you want to get your car serviced, Garage Shetty, just on my right, is quite a good place as well. So the Black River Village, you got to be a little careful because there's lots of pedestrians, bikes, buses, sometimes goats, mostly dogs. So yeah, just drive carefully around here. And we have a toy shop called Babiloto Store. And if you want to get your tires fixed, there's AS Rapid Tires. The other noticeable thing about Black River Village, apart from the Quincailleries, is on my left over here, we have the Yves Quentin Hospital, and you can actually go there for free, which is quite cool. They're very good for stitches and things like that. Apple Chinese food, and then we have the local soccer field on my right over here. And then we approach the first sort of shopping centre, which is Ruisseau Creole. I like to come to this centre for organic fruit and veg at Votre Potager. There's also a print shop and a super new pharmacy. And of course I like to come and see my friend Kirsty, who runs the proshop.mu. How's it, Kirsty? It's an amazing place to practice my non-existent golf swing with the Golf Zone software.
Moly moly.
Okay, so you're actually not allowed to laugh.
It's harder than it looks, man.
There's also the Black River Post Office just near here. Nautica is now a derelict building, but we have another new shopping centre just over here. They've got a good chocolatier, some art. And now we're heading more into Tamarin. It's Jiva Coffee, great place to hang out for coffee over here. If you wanted to have your hair cut, there's a coiffeur there, hairdresser. And then our first supermarket, London Way. Great place. Pretty much every time I go there, I meet someone that I know. Yep, that's island life for you. Sometimes it can be pretty hard to be inconspicuous. And a special mention to the bike shop in this centre called the Cycling Zebra. It's run by John and Carol and their two dogs. Hello. What's going on? And we've got La Preneuse down this way. That's a good place to go to the beach. This area is a favourite for long beach walks, and also I quite like stand-up paddling here and snorkeling. For those of you who are interested in history, you'll find the Martello Tower Museum, which is well worth checking out. That's safas.mu. If you want to get biltong and things, you can go in there. This building is nearly finished and it's going to be a Monoprix home. And then we got La Casa Pain, if you want some nice bread. I have mentioned them before, they are pretty cool. I think they got the best eclairs in town. Some super friendly staff here too, and there's lots of delicious fresh pastries and cakes to choose from. And then as we carry on down this road, we're going to hit our first medical area. It's called Sea Care. Brilliant staff in there, highly recommend it. They've got a CT scan in there, you can do x-rays, see doctors, all that sort of thing. There's another centre just over here where they sell some fish, and also there's the meat house. Got the engine service station, Tamarin fire station, and then if you want to have some good matcha, there's Sketch over here. Got another little shopping centre here which has Mesa and Food Lovers. Oh yeah, and there's also Osapon, really good Thai food in there. Lots of nice beach houses along here called La Mivoie. Sunsets are spectacular on this beach, and this stretch of coast gives me all the feels as it was where I first lived when my kids were small. I have some beautiful memories here. Another good expat area is on my right called Montcalm. Lots of nice houses, very nice views of the mountain of La Tourelle. I lived there for a while. It was a pretty nice neighbourhood, great for kids. They can run around safely, ride their bikes. As we go further on down this main road, I do believe it's called Route Royale. There is the charity centre, a really good place, open on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I think the first Saturday of each month. Well worth checking that place out. They have great books if you're into reading. And then we hit the main Tamarin Village. This area that I'm about to pass now, there's often loads of goats. So you've got to drive a little bit slowly. And there is another centre here where you can have your hair cut, go to the osteo. There's a bakery called Bakery One. Got to be careful of bikes here too, because often they, instead of overtaking on the right, they overtake on the left. Up that road is Carlos Road, the famous Carlos store. All these years living on the island, and I'm still trying to figure out when Carlos store is actually open. And now we're passing the surf beach area, Tamarin Bay. This part of Tamarin has still retained its quaint fishing village appeal. If you come down here in the early morning, you might even be lucky enough to catch the dolphins swimming by. But please choose responsible, eco-friendly options like my friend Kerry and I on our kayaks. The Colin Mayer bike race also comes through here and creates a wonderful vibe.
Allez, allez!
Bravo!
You're on YouTube!
While you're here, do have a taste of the local street food, and a big shout out to Naomi and Ben for all they have done for the community at La Pointe Tamarin. Back on the road again, and let's move along to the famous Tamarin salt pans. And as we carry along here, we have Casa Nostra, which is a great place for pizza and general Italian food. There's also another little complex here and a church. You can buy good linen at Associated Textiles. Look at the nice mountain view. La Tourelle is well worth hiking up, as the views from the top are spectacular. Okay, Lucy, concentrate. Eyes back on the road. And now we're heading over the bridge. There's only one bridge going in and out of Tamarin, which does result in quite a lot of congestion. Not nice when you're backed up with traffic here. This is the sports club, where they have tennis courts. It used to be called Riverland. Now we're passing the French school, Pour les Virginie, and this whole area is undergoing a major transformation. And then up ahead, that is the gym. Ciao, Anna and Luigi playing paddle here at one of the number of new courts at the RM gym. And there's a life emergency clinic on that side. There's Super U. Super U is the biggest supermarket in the Tamarin Black River area. And over here we have another centre, which I'm going to pull into actually. Okay, so that's Animalia the vet. This little centre used to be the heart of Tamarin. Nowadays you can find Pain Moulin, which is a bakery, and a pop-up store among other shops. On Saturday there's usually a market, and Leheilleix is the place to go for the best local dol pourri in the area. Merci. Bonne journée. Charging hub. Electric cars are starting to get really popular in Mauritius now, so you can find charging points just like this one dotted all around. And this is what we call Espace Maison. If you want to say Creole, you can say Espace la Case. So now this is really kind of the end of Tamarin. So yeah, driving along here is not for the faint-hearted. Lots of people overtake, blind corners, all that kind of stuff, so you've got to be quite careful. And on that note, I think this might be an opportune moment to end this little road adventure. It's been great having you along for the ride. So that was a slice of island life for you, driving through Black River all the way to Tamarin. I might do a part 2 where I go to Cascavel and then possibly up the coast. Do subscribe, leave a like, comment. You can put a little car emoji. That way I know that you're still watching at this point. If you want to move over here, email me. All details are down in the description box below. And that is it. I will check ya on the next one. See ya. Come on, doggies, let's go.